Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's BTS Europe, and we are hopping into our second series. We're in the middle of it right now. It's game number 2 of Elements Pro Gaming going against Arcade Esport here. This is KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined again now remotely by Lysander. Lysander, how'd your pub go while you were gone? Gotta ask.
I almost wish I decided to play the what were you playing? Overthrow, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost wished I was playing Overthrow. We were terrorized by a Tinker, but I out-terrorbladed him, so
nice.
We won eventually, but it took 15 minutes. But yeah.
We missed you while you were gone, and if you didn't notice, there was a pudge last game that you missed out on from Elements Pro Gaming.
Life is like that.
I want to say, like, I mean, we didn't get to see a lot of it. The game was overall pretty fast, but he did have 2 big hooks, which kind of changed the whole game. There were good grabs on the Lone Druid specifically, and the nice thing, though, is that we get to be treated by an Oracle again. I love this hero a lot. I was talking about him a bit in the last cast but what are your opinions about Oracle as a hero, and do you think he's in a good spot? Do you think he's actually OP, and a lot of people don't know how to play him quite yet? What are your thoughts on it?
I think he's kind of like the sleeper OP because, well, there's a meme going around that Oracle, no one knows what Oracle does, and that, in a sense, causes it to be undiscovered to an extent. So people don't really, pros for example, don't really know the full extent of this hero, so they can't really complain and call it out as OP. But on the other hand, he has a lot of tap potential. I mean, keeping someone alive for that long amount of time, having such a long range nuke on such a short cooldown, stuff like that can get out of hand if it's in the right hands. I mean, even a support Oracle can take down a core with the ridiculous cooldown damage on Purifying Flames. I mean, it's kind of absurd.
I agree with you. I also think he's a sleeper kind of a hero, and once more people are discovering the tools he offers and how to use them, and that's the big thing why you don't find him a lot in a lot of pub plays, because most often a lot of casual pub players don't really know what the heroes do, and next time you're putting up a Fortune's End on somebody and they're unleashing their full magical damage fury, and you're like, listen, dude, this isn't working right now. But when you have a team and they understand the hero a bit, they can manipulate him in a way that becomes almost just godlike. And so far it seems that at least King R, who's going to be their Oracle player, they understand this, and they're going to utilize it any chance they get. They do give the nod over to Arcade and ban out something like the Chen. They also remove the Doom, the Bane, and the Slardar here for the side of Arcade, ridding of the Invoker Wisp, taken out. Wind Ranger, and now the Undying, another pickup that used to be the hot go-to, and now we just don't see Undying. I don't think I've seen Undying in like the past 3 days of games. He's really fallen off the radar.
I always had this thing that Undying is very hit or miss. I mean, that's how the hero is. It's really strong in the early game. It can really turn laning stages upside down, but if you mess up, give a few fluke kills over to the enemy team, suddenly you're level 2 behind, and enemy healers have their spells in place, and suddenly your lane isn't as good anymore, and it's just downhill from there because you have to try and farm when you don't want to farm to catch back up, and you lose all your early game advantage, and late game you're just feeding a tombstone over to the enemy. So I feel like it's a gamble, and I've never been really good with gambling, so
Dire team pick.
I don't really like Undying as a hero, but I do enjoy watching some good Silencer. I mean, the reason I love Empire is because they're one of the only teams that pick Silencer. And I think it's such an underrated hero. The changes to Curse of the Silent is actually pretty huge. And it really affects heroes with low cooldowns like Oracle. Because Curse actually stacks, so if you keep it on long enough now, you can actually get 2 layers applied to you and stuff. And I think Silencer Aghanim's has a place in this game, but it's a support Silencer, so I don't expect that kind of farm coming out from him. So probably the normal 4 stuff, Atos stuff. But Silencer is a good pick, nonetheless, can stop some really crucial counterplays in the team fights, and of course, shuts Ember Spirit down.
Yeah, you said it good. I mean, it's an interesting early commitment here from Elements Pro Gaming to get that 3rd pick on the Ember before seeing any supports grabbed up from Arcade. So they have this easy opportunity now to get something to control them. And Silencer, as we know, is probably the best counter to all three of the Spirit heroes. I mean, I as an Earth player know that he's the worst thing ever to go against. For Ember, you obviously can't get away and get off multiple slights easily. And Storm, of course, just jumps in and has no way to jump out. So, and as you said, the Oracle spam is going to really come back to bite him in the ass if Silencer's able to land this curse. So I think it's a great grab, and Arcade recognizing a good opportunity to get a good counter in there. But with that comes a good counter in its own right. They get the Vengeful Spirit here for Elements Pro, so if they need an extra safety net, they're going to have the swap ready.
Yeah, that's when the global comes in handy. You just shut everything down, and then you ram the Spirit Breaker in. Queen comes in with the mop-up. But who's 1-0?
Who's what?
Who's 1-0 right now? Who's ahead?
Oh, sorry. It is actually Elements Pro Gaming. It was pretty decisive.
So that's the real Illidan then?
Yes, it is the real Illidan Storm Rage. As we know, not on Virtus Pro any longer. Virtus Pro recently got silent from Empire.
Yeah.
So they're on a new team now. It's hard to gauge whether or not how serious or unserious this team is, but hey, it's just the BTS Europe Cup. And they're well-recognized names. We'll see if they turn out to be something special or not. So far, looking pretty good.
Isengard really coming out to me. But I think if it's Illidan, then it's going to be Vengeful Spirit as a carry then, right? I mean, it's an Illidan special.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I figured it was an Illidan special. And then I noticed that they were still picking core Vengeful Spirit on Virtus Pro. So I'm almost thinking it might be more of an FNG special than an Illidan one. But maybe something Illidan can
He's got training.
He has training on it, and Screen might see that and go for it here. Other than that, I don't see him play Ember Spirit too often. So we'll see. Could be a mid lane Ember. The Ember versus Queen of Pain matchup is a little silly.
Venge,
so, okay, carry Venge, and the Ogre comes out. So, yeah, it's hard to say if it's an Illidan thing or an FNG thing or maybe just both of them already see the potential in the hero. And
Venge is a very good hero for aggressive play because even if you die, you hurt your enemies. And she actually has a lot of firepower early game, and they might go aggressive tri-lane here. They might, although it's not advisable against a Witch Doctor, to be honest. So we'll see. They could try some Oracle, Ogre, Magi, Venge shenanigans. I think that's where the aggression can be applied. And Ogre is a walking tango. If you haven't read the thread, I think it was hilarious. But yeah.
He's ridiculous now, man. You give him a couple of mangoes and maybe like the early component of a soul ring, and this guy is just like unkillable. I mean, the amount of HP regen he gets already on top of his ridiculous amount of 7, 8 armor, it's out of control. And and
walking tango.
Yeah, it's really something crazy. But it looks like we're going to be leading off with an early pause here. I'm going to get everything underway. I had to change over all my settings as well once I was playing Overthrow. Now I have to get back into the caster seat here. But
how are we going to address our Spirit Breaker here?
Yeah, I've been saying Spirit Breaker for a lot of these guys. I mean, some of their names.
It's a kids show, right?
Yeah.
Family show.
I mean, I think Champagne Squirt's a hilarious name, though. So I'll say that. Mad 'cause bad anime boy. But for the rest of them, I don't know. I mean, if they're picking names like that, I guess they're not expecting me to take them too seriously. So I'm probably not going to.
We'll call the Queen bad then. I'll call Silencer Isengard. I'm okay with that.
I'll either call him mad or bad. That's for sure.
All right, Spirit Breaker will be Dance.
Fair enough.
All right, he's now Dance. But Champagne Squirt, I think he wins. Best name of this game, I think. I've seen some great ones like Old Chicken. There's another one that's really good. My Nuts is a classic. Who else?
Yeah, I think he had to change his name to Nuts for a while, and now that he's not on the team, he can actually go back to being My Nuts again.
My Nuts.
I'm happy about that.
It's yours again. But I think that name is the best name to trip up casters. Oh, I like Aloha Dance. I like that name a lot.
Yeah.
It's just so jolly and happy. But
well, that guy beats ass in Dota, so there's nothing really jolly about that.
He's a great Rubik player, so more reason to support him.
Yeah, for sure.
Love Rubik. All right, so your thoughts on this game? I mean, I didn't see game 1. You said it was pretty decisive, so are we gonna have another Na'Vi situation here?
Yeah, I mean, Elements is like apparently another team where they got very, very experienced players who've been around the block as far as hopping in and out, whether it's stand-ins or commitments to teams and being at big lands. And for some of these younger squads, maybe it's their first time playing and they got the nerves, but you could tell that once they made a bit of an execution error in like the early game, or tripped up a bit, or got caught out by a hook, let's say, it was like a domino effect where it just went from one to the other, trying to make movements happen, trying to set up smokes, and ultimately just Elements able to kind of read the map a lot better and just assess the situation. And they kind of just, it was almost child's play, it felt like at one point for them. But we'll see. I'm going to give...
Who had the pudge? Elements?
Elements did have the pudge. He had a real difficult time
won.
in the laning phase. It was him against a Jug and a Bane, so he really couldn't be in the lane at all. I had suggested that, like, maybe at that point you almost consider doing like the pudge pull on the bottom lane. I think it's still possible. I wasn't sure yet if it's not. I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be based on the new map setup. But he could have pulled to the bottom lane and used it that way. But eventually he did come online. He did get his Aether Lens, and well, he got the kill setups that led them to victory. So it was very successful there. I'm sad not to see it again, but we'll see how it goes for him nonetheless. It was their missing player right now who is actually playing it. Good game. So
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a pudge name.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like whenever I see names like this in pub, do you judge your pub teammates based on their names and their profile pictures?
No,
like if I
mean,
see like a hot Korean girl
no.
and then a dubious name, I get really worried.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's always the classic mid or feed kind of name.
Yeah, there are names like that actually. Mid or feed or we lost.
Yeah, and I just
Also,
feel like it's going to be just instant disaster. I don't know. I have been a lot more hesitant to sadly playing solo games as of recent. I'm a support main kind
Jungle
of guy
LC
myself.
getting to you? Jungle LC getting.
That's usually the games I get stuck in, where it's just like I love to play support. I'm a big support main player, and the second I hop into a game and there's a jungler, I'm just like, okay, well, looks like I'm on my own here. I'm gonna never be rich. I'll never have money ever, and it's all me for wards and courier and keeping everybody
That's
safe.
when you rush a Midas, man.
Yeah, that's right. Like sometimes I feel like I should. It's like, what if I just got a Midas and just have them like get all pissed off?
Fight them all. Mute all of them and then buy a Midas, force them to teamwork. It works sometimes. Sometimes they end up feeding couriers, but it's since you lost already, might as well go with it.
Can't
At least
feed
you get
couriers
rich.
anymore
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, thank you, Base Frog. But yeah, I haven't seen that many jungle LCs in my bracket, so I'm pretty happy about that.
I would hope
Maybe we
not.
might see a 1-1 here, balance out. Elements forfeit this game, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I
Make it a closer match.
I think LC's potential in lane is a lot better than being stuck in a jungle. But then again, I will say, with the new, what is it? I always want to say Dragon Claw because that's what Winter was saying, and I knew he was wrong.
Dragon
Talon? No, not even that one. The
Oh,
jungling item.
Oh, the farming item.
The Talon, right? What is it called?
Yeah, Dragon Talon. Yeah, the one that cuts the creep's health by 40%.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
pretty good, actually.
maybe with that, your jungling options have improved a bit, and you can farm that much faster. But just inexperience, it's just, man, junglers just. I mean, those kind of junglers. I mean, I fancy a great Chen, Enchantress, Enigma, go crazy, But like the LCs, the Bloodseekers, the Life Stealers who are going in there and avoiding
Lone
the confrontation
Druids.
of lane, and just they have lone druids. I'm just like,
I had a lone druid go to the jungle the other day, rush a Radiance into Aghanims. Had a great game.
I mean, the games it works, it's like, oh, okay, that's great, but I'm
Oh
still
no,
not
it was
had
a bad game, but yeah.
But overall, you're just
was
like, it's
great
still a bad time.
game. In brackets, great game. But
So, right now,
these kind of games are depressing, but you have a laugh about it, drink some beers, and cue another one.
so for anyone tuning in right now, we are waiting. One of our Elements players, good game, their off-lane player has gone missing. There hasn't been said much, but our admin is already on the case, and they know, I believe it's a 10-minute period of pauses before we have to just kind of get the show on the road. I believe at that point, they can decide to get a stand-in. The admin will be more up to snuff on all the policies here, but at that point, we got to keep going. I mean, 4 versus 5. I hope to God that's not the case. No one wants that, but We got a show.
It might put up quite a show. I mean, if elements are really as dominant as they are 4v5.
Yeah, right.
Have
That
one
would
guy
be
join
crazy.
10 minutes in. Hey guys, sorry about that. Spawns as a level 1 lion or something, or whatever they picked. What was the last hero again?
Oh,
Tusker.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you kind of need your Tusker if you want to make some early game plays, but
yeah.
no.
Otherwise, you're
We
pretty.
still have that ogre go off lane with that insane regen to make things work. I mean, a lot of games I played 4v5 in pubs anyway. It's doable.
It's true. I wouldn't put it past a team like Elements to be able to put up a good fight here, but I'm sure they want to stand it. And oh my goodness, look who's back. So he's back now, but we are now missing someone from the other side of Arcade. So hopefully that's just a visual glitch.
So there's a 10-minute supply there now.
So I think it's... I don't have the rule book in front of me, of course, but I think each team gets their own 10-minute wait. So the clock stops and starts now for Team Arcade. But actually, he's been gone for a while, so I don't know how the exact... I mean, it makes me sick to think that we have to like get that technical about it and that there is even these long of pauses in the game as it is, but whatever.
Oh, you haven't casted Sea Dota. When I started out, I was doing a lot of the smaller tournaments with a lot of the Southeast Asian teams, and a lot of these guys are playing from LAN shops, and sometimes the LAN decides to close or there's a power outage. I think I remember casting a few of those Filipino teams. I think one of the LAN shops caught fire, and they had to take a cab like 3 blocks down to get a new LAN, and the admins just waited. So I was stuck there for half an hour talking to myself. So kind of mad.
That's where you just got to make sure there's some rules in play. I mean, the 10-minute leeway period I think is fair enough in just my own opinion. You should never hope that you'd have to wait a consecutive more than 20 minutes. The sad thing, though, is most of the time pauses also happen for reasons outside of the game itself. Maybe there's like an update and a player needs to download it and they have like a slow modem or something.
It no longer happens, so we have that at least. The game will no longer kick you out for an update, even if you're in game.
That's good. But let's say like they actually drop an update mid-series or something, and you're waiting like between series. And it's like, oh, we got slow internet here, and then you have holdups between games. Sometimes stuff just happens, and you're not really able to control it. Like right now, I haven't seen anything like said as far as where this player is, unless there's a convo happening here. Let me check the other thing. Nope. For reasons unknown, we are just missing our orange player here. So, I guess
well, at least we have each other to chat.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Any plans for Christmas?
Plans for Christmas. I am going home, which is Northern California. I'm going to be seeing my family, my mom, my brother, and them, and just have 2 days there, and then get right back to Southern California. I'm happy to see my family, but I don't know. Can't stay there forever. Not really much room for me to be able to stay anywhere, so it'll be quick for me to return. Small trip as it is. What about yourself? Any plans to round out the back end of the holiday year?
I think I'm more looking forward to New Year's, maybe attend some party or something. But Christmas, I've got some of my army commitments and a simple dinner with my grandma. Probably about it. Lots of Dota involved, I think, because you don't have to go anywhere for Dota.
That's true. Hell, you can bring the Dota with you nowadays, which who knows?
Lots of apps and stuff. Always on Reddit as well.
Yeah, the Fiend is real. The Fiend is real year-round, I suppose.
Speaking of Christmas, I'm giving away 2 Zeus Arcanas.
Oh, hell yeah. Promote that. Isn't that? Yeah.
So if you guys want to win 2 Arcanas for Zeus, I bought 2 of them out of my own money, and I always give away 2 Arcanas, the new ones, for Christmas. So last year was PA, this year is Zeus. So if you guys want to win it, there are some things you have to do. Just go search it on my Twitter. BTS would tweet as well. It's on the instructions are on Reddit. It's kind of lengthy because my whole point is to give away the Arcanas to people that actually need it. You know, people that can't afford it, somehow have credit card problems or whatever. And couldn't buy the Arcana for themselves to get the exalted version. So there's a little bit of barrier so that some people don't just win it through luck. I mean, there are a lot of luck-based giveaways. If you want to try your luck there, you can go elsewhere. But my Arcanas are for the needy. So yeah, just Playing a little Santa here.
Nice, man. Well, that's awesome. I haven't even gotten the Arcana myself. I sadly am a bit.
Yeah, I didn't even buy one for myself, actually.
I don't play the
just bought
hero too much, so I'm just like, do I really need it? I mean, it looks badass. I've seen it in a game.
The blink looks awesome, man.
Yeah, it looks
the way
really
he just blinks
cool.
from the cloud.
I have a good friend who loves playing that hero, and I'm sure it was like Christmas for him this patch, but...
Ben. Yeah, I mean, I think the frog just buffed him. Just for the Arcana as well. Like, the item, he received an item buff, and a rune buff as well. Lots of things buffing Zeus. Haskell getting nerf is a buff as well.
Indirect buffs as well, like the nerf on the cloak and on the glimmer cape makes him definitely a bit better and stuff like that. Don't get to see much.
Ether Lens is extremely good on him.
Oh yeah. Winter was playing that a bit. He got that and a Bloodstone, and he seemed to enjoy it a lot. I mean, he played it. In the pub
it's
game
fun to win. It's always fun to win. That's why I tell my friends, like, whenever we win a game, and they'll say, "Oh, that was fun." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fun to win."
Well, as we see an update here, and we saw posted from the admin now, for anyone still wondering what the hell's happening here. We got through almost the full 10 minutes from Team Elements waiting for Good Game, their Tusk player, who's back now. But as he comes back, we're still missing OJ now from Team Arcade. And now Arcade have begun their 10-minute grace period of pauses. And we're already, like, what, 7 minutes deep into this one? Soon it's just going to be like either get a sting and go, oh, wonderful! All that wait, and they end up all making their return. This is great. They better hustle and get going because they each have like 2 minutes of pause time for the rest of the series.
Better not kick any LAN cables.
Okay, looks like we'll get G underway. For real. G freaking for real. Christmas has come.
What would be the chances of this ending in like sub 15 minutes, making our pre-chat longer than the game itself?
In this game, unless Arcade are actually not a good team at all and they just get absolutely crushed in the laning stage, I don't think so.
They do have really nice banners though.
Banners, huh?
Very well done. Nice material, you can see it.
Hopefully one day we'll see it at a LAN. Who knows for the future of this squad. But for now, it looks like based on their laning setup, Madka's Bad will be their mid lane quap, and she's going to have a matchup against Ember Spirit here. You're a big mid lane player, right, Lysander? What do you think about the Ember versus Quap toe-to-toe matchup here?
It's Queen favorite. I think if I say otherwise, I'll probably get flamed. But yeah, it's probably Queen favorite, not flavored. But I mean, the Ember can farm pretty well. It does rely on block as well. I mean, if you block well, your Ember can get a nice amount of levels early, and a quick rotation could maybe kill the Queen. But other than that, the only way the Ember actually kills the Queen is if she makes a mistake, like blinking on top of him, miscalculating, stuff like that. Pre-6, of course. But yeah, Queen should win this lane.
Just need to fear of any possible roaming potential here from this ogre, this huge ogre at that. Eight freaking armor here now. Takes his ignite, goes up top lane here. I'm eager to see how his laning potential is. I've got to play him once, and I tell you, man, when it breaks out into those level 1 rune fights, you feel like you always come out the champion at the end of it here. So in his matchup, he's going to have to go against the Spirit Breaker, who's actually one of the few heroes that might give him a run for the money in a true man fight, given, of course, RNG in favor.
I think is still the tankiest in terms of starting hit points.
Yeah, he's really big here. I mean, Ogre would have to rely a lot on his extra bit of armor and hoping he can grow some regen here, but it looks like they're going to begin a bit of early harassment. The wave, the early ignite, and Screen here is going to be going to work. So...
here comes the Oracle.
Oh, they weren't anticipating the extra one here. It's going to force out the charge now.
Moo. And like I said, General did actually get the block right, so he hits level 2 first. But apart from that, he has gone for 1 point in Sleight of Fist, thinking it dodges a dagger, but that's not the case. So I think he actually wasted a point in Sleight of Fist now, and because he went for the greedy build of double shared tangos, he's going to be rather behind on health, and with the Witch Doctor just in the wings, it's kind of dangerous for him. Madka's Bat could actually kill him off if he's not careful, especially with Spirit Breaker support.
We check over now on the side of Arcade here, both supports hanging around the bottom, which means max creep potential here. They're even going to do the pull through from the left-hand side. They're doing the opposite of the purge pull here. So I don't know if it
What's the
requires...
purge pull? I missed that. I missed that, actually.
It's going this way, as I drew on the map right here. You pull through, you cut down this one skinny tree, and you can pull to this camp right here. But you can do just the opposite on the other side, apparently, and they get it done there. It obviously requires just a touch more finesse than what it used to be, but it definitely is still easily feasible here. So they'll be able to deny a full camp. And I guess it's better to do it with this camp than the other one, because this one is much further away from the lane and where the offlaner would be to try to come and leech some of that XP. So this is kind of a small buff for Radiant as well, as if they needed more, where the camp just seems to be that much further away for the offlaner to get to.
Okay, I finally found you. Because Kokast's drawings are not seen on the map.
Oh,
I don't know why.
yeah, it goes up to the Satyr camp right now. That's still standing there. That he's working with as we speak. You can pull that to the pull lane, and yeah, but it's definitely now it's something I'm going to consider as well. Obviously, a lot better to go to the left camp to keep it away from the offlaner.
Yeah, they're trying to get the gank jump on the cow here. He has no mana to run away, so they're gonna push the wave in, and Illidan's gonna dive this with the wave. I think it's gonna be an easy kill if there's no TP rotation.
Yeah, no mana for charge, obviously.
While they're going in, here comes the walking tango.
Boom.
And the stun, and the lockdown dance. Oh, here comes silence. It could be a problem if they're not careful. Okay, Spirit Breaker, club him.
He's
Club
in
him
it.
one more.
Oh, the South!
Oh, he lost.
He lost the fight. Spirit Breaker's gonna live, and First Blood is going to
-2.
go to the Silencer. Oh, that is unfortunate for Elements. They really committed hard, thinking that was going to be a good one. And you said, oh, if a rotation was to come, that could be a problem. It was, and Silencer will be rewarded for his rotation.
Well, Ogre is not immortal. Time to add one more armor.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna go in on Enemy Boy. He's gonna get caught out. Fire Blast as well. They shot him in. They block him out. And smack. So Screen gets a counter kill here. So First Blood for that. And Illidan left without supports there in the top lane. So Silencer is gonna give him a good smashing.
Good for the Ogre to just, the second he goes down, he just already looks out for what opportunities are going to be there to take another fight, and he finds it there at the bottom lane. Pours him with a bit of gold, and now he even sees a bounty rune here. Pings it out for his Ember friend, who looks like he will be bottling up and probably sharing some bottle love with the Ogre as he gets the new rune. Silencer makes his rotation back with his early winnings. He's gotten himself some boots and is hoping for an opportunity.
Scouted by the ward.
Yeah, the ward is going to see this whole thing here, so there is going to be a bit more hesitation from the Ember. Or is he going to go bottom lane here? He's thinking about it.
Oh,
but
Spirit
they are
Breaker
going to
just...
get
Wow, that was quite the charge.
deep commitment here, and
And the Enemy Boy in trouble. Yeah, they got him. Chop.
Coconut for the way out, but it's not going to matter a whole lot. And suddenly this game broken back to even once more.
And the thing about Oracle is that if the Purifying Flames are high enough, I think level 2, you can actually deny your range creep.
Yeah, I was talking about that in the other one. He's like a poor man's Lich.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
The amount of things this Purifying Flames can do. I mean, it's also just great to farm with, too. If you need to get some quick CS, you know, supports only have so much time.
I don't know why the Frog thought that 2.25 seconds is a good cooldown in that spell, because it's not. I don't know. It doesn't seem that it's logical to put a 360 nuke on 2-second cooldown, but
well, it does.
I'm not the
it does
frog.
require a little bit of combination. You know, we got to make sure you do calculate it appropriately. Otherwise, you could end up just healing your opponent a bit. But yeah, you know, who knows? It may be something that once we start seeing it played more and in more hands, it'll be recognized that maybe some of the numbers will need to be tweaked. You know, they could tweak the numbers a bit. But who knows?
He feels like the next Wyvern, honestly. He's very similar in that aspect, actually. Except the ulti part. Except his ulti part's like a mega grave. Oh, Queen's going in. He could get stunned here, but shouldn't die. Meanwhile, Venge blows up the cow.
Return fire, though. They're going to get the Sonic Wave off, and that is going to be the demise of Ember Spirit. They're looking for possibly a follow-up here onto Screen. They're not going to get it. He's a bit too tanky for that one, but good catch nonetheless to get something of their own. They recognize that the attention was elsewhere, taking down the cow, so that means that Ember opens up, and they're going to get the grab there.
Oh, Illidan, top lane. Getting bashed, but oh, they stacked the stuns a little bit. But If you notice earlier on, Illidan just dropped the Iron Branch and ate it right away. So getting double regen for his tango. We talk about Bob Rossing someone as a BM, but it's actually a really efficient regeneration technique, actually. Especially if the support drops the branch for you. Okay, meanwhile, Silencer gonna bump into the Oracle, who's out of mana, actually.
Yep, he just used it to heal up Illidan right there. So Illidan is full health and ready to play, but this might be a bit of a hustle for them. He's going to try to still chew through the Silencer, but oh no, the Coconut comes in, says no you don't. They're going to turn back onto Illidan, take him out. More intel now for the Silencer, and that's going to force Elements back here. Arcade going to get the better in the exchange right now, thanks to a nice little rotation from the Witch Doctor.
Magic Wand saves lives. That was a last-minute stick, and survived on 30 HP. And I think that's the most satisfying thing about playing the Silencer, because the -2, it just feels so good. It's like whenever you kill someone or assist a kill, it just feels like there's a permanent mark on what you did.
There is, though. There really is. And it offers a lot to his possible late game potential. Even a support Silencer has a hefty start. You get an early Midas, and top lane, swap back. They're making a go here for Spirit Breaker. Now Dance is going to be able to run, but they got this. They waited out. They got the stun, and they're going to get the kill. Here comes Mad Cuz Bad. Yeah, and as you said, no ultimate, but still they got plenty to work with here. A blink in, the scream. Nothing to stop the Ogre, though, from TPing away. It's going to be a trade right now. This one is going to favor Arcade as they get the core Vengeful Spirit down.
I mean, the funny thing is the way I see this game going is almost as if the game 1's victory was flukish, because they don't seem to be as bad as as I thought they would be, you know, getting stomped there. But now General getting caught out, he pops a sick charge, he will survive. One more drop, and Matt goes back going for the Oracle instead. He's gonna take a lot of damage popping that skill on himself, and now the Queen comes in. Scream, nope, just poke. And down he goes. Ember Spirit jumping in. He doesn't have much mana to work with, but General might actually go for it instead. But nope, here comes the last word. He might.
He's got the curse. He's got the curse right now.
Last word, my friend.
Oh, got him.
-2.
Oh my god, it just doesn't stop there. Now where is he going to go? He's going to have to go all the way up and around. He actually already has power treads from this Silencer. Is pretty damn farm.
Space.
Pretty damn farm.
I mean, he's got three kills and 0 deaths.
Oh, nice.
And meanwhile, bottom, Champagne Squirt throws out the Coconut. Good game.
Rocket Barrage, he's going to get it. Silencer's still trying to make his way out from the previous Ember pick off. And he's going to get the swap. That's just the nip of the range right there. And they get it done. It's going to secure a kill there for King R. Action-packed game already. 8 to frickin' 5. It doesn't stop there. They're moving in. Screen now. The big bad Ogre under way too much pressure. He's going to get dropped. No follow-up will be near. Elements have already pulled out. Arcade enhanced their lead that much further.
Radiant's middle tower
for the Gyro. What do you think the Avengers gonna build this game? Do you think? Do you feel that Aghanim's coming?
It's so weird because typically the recent build here for the core Venge has been picking up something like a Helm of the Dominator, which I was like at first like, oh really? And because I didn't see it much on Illidan of all players, but everyone since then has been building to the Helm of the Dominator. So I'm curious if Illidan is going to continue to do his own thing or if he will conform with what has been seen a lot. I'm not too sure.
Bottom lane. Good game. Gonna be chat wheeling this up, and they're going in for screen as well. Okay, no. Not gonna commit. Just more of a power play top lane. Global Silence being popped there. Survives. It's pretty big. Sonic Wave! Oh, gets the kill as well. He tried to go for that magic immunity thing, but Queen just stabs him with a dagger, and down he goes. Wow, Arcade making this one interesting.
Really making it difficult for me to catch all the action too, man. It's like I'll quick to jump down the back end of a fight that's break out, but I know that they're going to be committing it elsewhere. Both these teams quickly recognize that if something's breaking out one way, they have the advantage on the other side of the map, and they commit at that point. So,
are they both CIS teams?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we know
it feels like a CIS game.
I mean, it may be. They certainly do show the same
CIS
people here.
traits.
Top, they're going for Silencer now.
God.
Gets it with the shards.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm really liking all this action, and meanwhile, Anime Boy getting a juicy stack here on this large camp.
Yeah, stacks built up. We'll see if he goes more of a fighter build up as well here. And on the way over, Champagne sees that the camp is not spawning, tries to check for the magic push spot. It's not there. Take his business to the bottom lane instead. So, where do we stand right now? Do you think Arcade, with all these kill advantages, have kind of put them in a good, comfortable spot, and it's pressure on Elements now to kind of get a response here? Or can they risk just farming out, playing the economy game, and getting this Ember Spirit huge in the late game?
I think they do need to get the Ember huge. The thing is, they should be giving him some time to at least get some core items. I'm not sure if he's going travels, maybe, probably, but if he's planning to go phase drums, it might help with the early game fighting. Screen getting caught again, the armor not doing any good. -2. He's gonna be running off in at this point.
But they got a good
prevail.
response here. Yeah, they roll on forward. Silence are going to get locked down. Silence are going to get taken apart now. And we'll see. Elements could be on the back end of this, but they get the immediate burst, taking down the Queen of Pain. Illidan now in the front lines here. A quick swap in on an anime boy who does the TP, but they're not going to block him with the shards. Call down will come out. Illidan gets caught in the bad end of a Death Ward and will go down. The rest of Elements quickly leave. Arcade know that they want to continue to take a fight, but ultimates are going to be not available for him at this time. So I don't think they're going to
call down, no Nether Strike. Not sure they want to dive this. They need to get farm on Anime Boy though. He's gone for drums, indicating that he wants to fight early instead of the Sanjin Yasha pickup. Yeah, they ported 2 more heroes up. They want to fight this, so they're gonna force Elements' hand here, and King R gotta play real nice here because he's not level 6. Oh wow, the cow just walks up to him and charges him. 17.
Oh man, he does not have the ulti yet either, so he will definitely go down. Yep. Arcade on pursuit here for Screen. He's a big tanker, but I don't know how much damage you can take. The charge is going to be there. There's the urn. Rocket Barrage, he is down. Now, the response back here.
Oh, global.
Yep, good follow-up.
And they got him as well.
Wow.
Elements is going in 1 by 1, and that's not the play.
I mean, they didn't have to commit their 2 cores. They already have stepped off elsewhere, and they are going to be farming on the side. But this is just handing over so much to Team Arcade, who have built a fighting build-up that will really thrive off of this as well. It's, you know, apparent now that Madka's Bad is going to be building an Agnum Scepter on his Queen of Pain. He's going to get that much faster. You acknowledged already the drum build-up here on the Gyro, and if he's building more fight and he's winning those fights, that's just going to make it all the better for him. We'll have to see if Elements can hold out and just continue to rice their way later into the game.
You want to check out the Silencer? I mean, he's got double nulls and a power thrust. He's transitioning to carry, man. He's got 16 in already. And speaking of Aghanims, I would like to see him get it because the new Curse of Silence is actually really powerful.
Oh, roll on through. Walrus punch, and yeah, he's just gonna say, "All right then, I'm out of here."
Threats and null tellies, you're not killing that guy.
And as you said, I mean, the nice thing for him is he already has so much core potential now with 16 in charges. And I agree, you know, if it was the old curse, then I'm not always a big fan of the Ags. I think you get more out of just getting a refresher. But with this new one, and with Ember in the game, and Oracle, maybe it will be better to get.
No, they're not BKB heroes. I think that's the biggest point about that. None of them, none of the heroes and elements want to get BKB early, especially the Ember Spirit. Because if he gets BKB, he's really limiting his damage potential. Venge is kind of similar. And Tusker can't afford the BKB right now. So the curse is going to be really powerful. Because it's kind of like a mild silence. Because you don't really want to cast even after the silence is over. Because you extend your curse damage. Yeah. And usually you have 2 layers of curse applied on you as well. And now General going to fight 1-on-1 against the Queen. There's a charge coming in. He takes the coconut. Baits out the Witch Doctor ult.
Yep. But that coconut... Oh, that is so unfortunate. He remnants back to good game where the coconut just goes to work. He will survive thanks to the Oracle Orb, but Ember is not as fortunate, who is the much better target. That turned into a quick disaster for them. Now, Ogre. Yeah, they're trying to slow them down. The call down going to be coming out, and Ogre's going to be going down. This could be a reverse quick game the other way now for Team Arcade. Oh, man, that was so bad. Like, it happened before my eyes, and I was just so dumbfounded by it. Obviously not intentional, but the remnant back from the cask just forced him and Tusk to be locked down together.
What happened to the consistency Ice Rock was going for? I mean, he removed Shackle's disjointability, and Coconut somehow still travels with you.
I like Coconut, though. I think it deserves to keep it. It's such a silly little thing, and sometimes it could just end up being a disaster of a stun. It's only those few instances where you can really skill shot it, or maybe an unfortunate situation like that one that you really get to have the time of your life.
It's like the old Storm Hammer where you blink away thinking you're safe, and the hammer goes in and stuns 2 of your other teammates as well.
And this
the good old days.
is definitely going into more of a core. He's got the Atos build up here.
What was the new effect on Atos? It gives you a 40% chance to true strike. Is that it?
Yeah, it's like they labeled it some different way, but in a nutshell, it's 40% chance to land a.
So
land a
all
true strike.
headshot in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Very good. I mean, that extra feature isn't super necessary in this game unless Illidan was going to be in the future getting up something like either a Solar Crest or a Butterfly. But all in all, still a fantastic item for someone like Silencer who benefits so much from the intel gain and the strength gain. So, in a long range slow,
Hey,
why not?
Bench is going Helm of Dome, like you said.
Yep.
So he's Illidan's a guy of trends. Wow, he's going straight for Illidan, not even waiting for the charge to connect, and there you go. That's
Nice.
silence.
That's a great
The
silence.
silence combo.
That
Okay,
stopped
Kinar,
Oracle
get
from
out.
saving him too. That would have been an
Yeah,
easy
that's-
false
Radiant
promise.
structures are fortified.
It's the power of Notrim. It's pretty good stuff. More than just an antivirus. And General has the charge mark on him. The cow is looking for blood. And we'll see if he sees it coming. I don't think so. I think he sees it. The observer will scout it for a while, yeah. So he'll go out. But Good Game does have the punch ready. Are they going in? Oh, bashes his teammate. 17.
Ooh, Snowball will
good.
dodge it.
Nope. Still
Mech.
gets hit.
They're fine for now. They're looking to step back. And they will defuse the
They'll be
situation here. Oracle shows up. Maybe they could turn this around, but they're already on the way out. And this is a time when elements do want to fight. Silencer ult is now on cooldown. A hero, one of the few that suffer from having to work around these cooldowns a bit. But if elements don't find any good fights or any good traits, then really they're missing an opportunity to kind of get a lot off this map. They've only been able to take one objective so far in that top tier 1. And they have a Venge lineup, so as we know, those kind of lineups really thrive on succeeding in the early and mid game and taking a lot of towers along the way.
Yep, and I feel like Ember Spirit shouldn't be fighting so much because all he has to offer is Aquila and the Boots of Travel. He should be split farming and getting something useful for late game because every time he joins the fight, there are a lot of things that can kill him. Just standing wrongly, getting hit by a Spirit Breaker, getting hit by a Silence, stuff like that. And every death slows down his Battle Fury. I mean, right now he's got 2,000 gold, so he's been doing something right, but he shouldn't be risking his life until he gets one damaged item at least. Maybe he can come in towards the tail end for more pop, but bottom lane, they're fighting again. They lost the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, he quickly gets taken down. The back end of that's going to be finished up by King R with the Purifying Flames. Illidan, nice save with the
shield.
Fortune's End. Will follow it up
Good
with the
stuff.
False Promise to keep him alive. He'll need more heal, though. He's eating a lot of Rocket Barrage. He may pop at the end of this one. He will. And they're going to get the follow-up kill onto King R. A 2-for-1 trade. Another one here for Arcade. Bouncing back after what was a very rough game number 1.
Yeah, and the Atos is complete from Silencer. That thing has a whopping amount of range.
He is so farmed right now.
Plus 18 as well. That's the most amazing thing. I love playing Silencer so much. But good game. Did he drop his mouse?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Jump in, uppercut.
Minus two.
Anime Boy still holding on. He battles even through the heal and gets the kill on Tusk.
Yeah, I don't know what Tusk was doing there though. Was he trying to get a cheap kill?
I guess so.
It felt like he just walked his hero but forgot about it.
I mean, it is a big bounty on the head of this Gyro, and with such a significant lead, it might have just been worth him handing his over his own life if he would have got that Gyro kill.
He just got his brain sapped for 2 more intelligence.
Yep. Back to farm we go here for screen on this Ogre, and I'm happy to see this. He does go Arcanes, but he has completed his Aether Lens if he wants to take apart his Arcane Boots, and I think that's a pretty damn good item here on the Ogre, who benefits from all of the aspects of the item.
Yep. It's good regen as well, and Fire Blast has a really short range, so boosting that with Aether Lens would be excellent.
And then the ignite range is like global. It's like the opposite of his fire blast. It seems like you can ignite anyone from afar. And when you're going against a team, maybe not this team in particular, but if you're going against a team as Ogre and they're pretty blink dependent on like the blink dagger itself, it's a very, very good. And it will just quickly spread through the team from a whole map distance away.
Especially when you multi-class.
Yep.
You just fly around.
Any
But
good
that
initiation
smoke
will
got
suffer.
scouted, I think. I'm not sure. There was a ping coming out. Or maybe it was a queen pinging because they missed him. Left him behind. But Tusker affording Garden Greaves. I'm really surprised he managed to afford it. That trashing they've been taking. But
Yeah.
trying to sneak a Roshan here.
I gotta say, you know, for the big advantage it feels like it is already this game for Arcade, Elements have been holding their own as far as taking the farm. I mean, it seems like they'll be losing 3 in a fight, but the other 2 who were not even there had been taking advantage of the map that's available. Right now they're sneaking in, they're going to get a crafty little Roche play. It will cost them the top tier 2 tower, but this doesn't put them very far out of the game. And if they can just get more farm on General here and some of that respectable amount of damage and maybe a cleave along the way. For now, he had to step off and get a Yasha. His Sleight of Fist could be very good on the high ground and just stall this game out so he could really be a problem down the road.
Yeah. He needs a Battle Fury, but I can understand getting the Mancer first because silence is a huge problem.
Yeah.
And, well, we'll see how long they can hold the high ground, I think. With shards, it shouldn't be too difficult. Wow, look at this Spirit Breaker. I think this pretty much confirms the CIS game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They don't know
Look
he's
at
there,
it.
but surprise
man.
Nether Strike. They go for the fattest target with the charge. He is out. Godlike for Anime Boy now.
Yeah.
Arcade will
Thought he
regroup.
was we thought he wasn't pulling his weight early game, getting picked off by the offlaner, but no.
Silence.
Got the silence.
Yeah,
Instant
this is going to
counterplay.
be bad. This is real bad for
Aegis?
Elements.
Aegis? No, it might not be that bad. They're going in. General pops a remnant forward. Are they going to jump? And
Radiant's bottom tower
no. Good
is
game.
under
It's
attack.
no 11.
I actually thought that was going to be a lot worse. Got to give credit to Elements there. They kind of step off, and they only will lose their Aegis for it. And I guess that's all Arcade really wanted to get out of it here. But now Elements know that this global silence is going to be on cooldown. We'll see if they quickly look to regroup and make something happen, or if they want to kind of stall it out a bit.
Shadowblade Spirit Breaker. You'll never know where the cow's coming from now. I think it's really good when you're really far ahead because it forces enemy supports to get sentries and waste money when they can't afford it. And Spirit Breaker Shadowblade can really catch a lot of people off guard.
The other nice thing, and of course, he's got to get the Greaves here eventually on this Tusk, as you pointed out. He got nice and fast, but also benefits him a lot. Tusk being able to just kind of shrug off the silence with the Greaves could allow him to snowball up the rest of his team who may be in trouble. So if he follows up with a Blink Dagger here, you could see Arcade's global silence teamfight potential just be kind of rendered useless.
Well, the rate Sansa's farming, I wouldn't be surprised the refresher is on his way. But no, he's going Shiva's first. Maybe Lotus Orb. Maybe Lotus Orb. It could be a Lotus Orb. I like seeing that item. It's fun.
Would
But this guy's
benefit
stacked.
Elements a lot, and yeah, more ways to remove the silence. Lots of targets.
I mean, Silencer getting Lotus Orb, but yeah, kind of instantly nullifies swap. But no, they're going into Illidan once
up
again.
back. They got the save for him though. They're still focusing a lot of damage. They're not going to have enough to heal him here, even with the Greaves. I think that he's eaten far too much, and he will go down. And Arcade get
The
the core.
fireball indicator got really orange on the top. The false promise,
Radiant's
the
bottom
indicator.
tower is under attack.
Do you know that the indicator shows if you're gonna die?
No, I don't
After
actually.
that.
I play the hero a lot. And I never even look at that. I just spam heals on them all day.
If it's green on top of the
Radiant
hero,
structures
it means
are
he's gonna
fortified.
regen life. If it's really orange, it means he's gonna take a lot of damage.
Oh,
and
good to
usually it
know.
means he's dead. Yeah, yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
It changes as he takes damage. It kind of gives you a mild indicator. Okay, here comes the silence. Silence
Yeah.
everyone but Tuska.
He will
And
pop
more
off the
intelligence.
silence, but he can't get a snowball off. It's on cooldown.
Oh,
Gets the assistance
save.
from Oracle. Anime gonna get locked down here. There's
Sonic Wave.
still good and fine. Elements hold on. Illidan's about to be
Hold on,
back in
they
2
walk right
seconds.
into
They're
it.
walking right into a big call down though. They want the finish on Champagne Squirt. Will they get it? They will.
And I think this overcommittal's gonna cost them something. Yep,
nice
Simon's
catch.
gonna lose some money. Yeah,
Goes.
that's pretty good for Elements. to free kills and the general resilience of their lineup showing once again. General getting more time to farm. And before that assist goal, he picks up a Perseverance, yeah.
I mean, this now we have Perseverance complete on Ember. He is well on the way towards that first Battle Fury. Any time held out right now is just going to be all the better here for Elements. Because their game is only going to get that much easier as everyone on their team just benefits so much from it. When these supports are getting a lot more, we already see the Glimmer Cape complete again for King R. He himself could get a Blink Dagger, any possible way to get the easy setup to save someone like the Venge, who has already committed like a swap for herself, or even this Ember Spirit on committing in. I just see a lot of trouble here for Arcade in the future unless, I don't know. Right now it looks like
close things out fast.
Yeah, Silencer's going for, you know, you were talking about the plate meal grab and hoping it's a low sword. I mean, we expect the Shivas, I assume, likely. But maybe a refresher.
Lotus will be good
to...
for counter swap, counter stuns. I think counter swap's big as well. Because it will like auto swap the Venge back, so you pretty much don't swap anything.
Yeah, I do feel like the Venge, if he's using an offensive swap, it might happen before you even see it coming. And banking on the Lotus to reflect it back could be a bit troublesome.
Like you put it under Gyro and send him forward to hit the tower, so that they can't spell him, and then once it runs out, you just back off, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. And since he is playing a position 3, maybe he can get something like that. But Shivas is more likely, I guess. Oh, here comes the cow. Do they see it? No. It's a bait.
I would hope later on or something, maybe after the Shivas and he has built up a bigger mana pool for himself, to consider something like a refresher. I mean, it would render a lot of their team pretty damn useless. Ogre, Oracle, very importantly, not being able to get those saves. Ember from being able to make it away.
They want to go for General. Will they get him is the question.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, he immediately jumps out. He knows.
This Witch Doctor very close to Ags, by the way. He's about 100 gold off after he clears this troll out.
Speaking of Witch Doctor, do you know that if you get Aether Lens, you can put your Death Ward like really, really far away from yourself, so you can have those ninja wards where you hide in the trees and just planted in the middle of the lane, away from the team fight where people can stun you. It's pretty cute.
It's nice to be able to kind of manipulate the movement like that. You kind of get the same feeling with Pugna. I tried out Pugna with Aether Lens. You could drop his ward in up on top of high grounds now and on cliffs where you couldn't really before. So it's a really nice addition to the bottom lane. Roll on in. They're looking to go on the Anime Boy here. There's the global, maybe a baited global, but no, they're going to go right for Ember here. Ember, though, has the Remnant. He makes it out safe. This is great for Elements now. They can regroup and push on forward for a fight. And a fight at that point could secure them a Roche as a good follow-up. Anime committing in. And Illidan pops his own BKB. He's got a Glimmer. They don't really have vision outside of this charge. So now so much has been committed from Arcade. Swap back onto that Spirit Breaker. They're going to get him down. Sonic Wave comes out, but I don't think this is going to be Arcade's fight.
Machine Gun, deploy it.
Illidan begins to go to work. They're going to get the false promise. Oh, it's huge. They don't have any heal. He's definitely going down, but he wants to go out like a man. He's fighting up as best as possible here. Ember, though, these Sleight of Fists continue to stack up now, and this Silencer will be the second to drop here from the side of Arcade. The rest of them are already quick to flee. That precious bounty on the head of Anime will stay safe for now.
Alright, so Arcade, well, the Emperor's called. It's time to execute Order 322. I mean, these fights are just not the same as what we saw in the early game.
It's definitely starting to tip the other way here, and you can't help but feel like the advantage that Arcade have given themselves is beginning to slip away. It's hard to, you know, can we pinpoint exactly where it may start to be going wrong and busting at the seams for them? It's not really that they're itemizing inappropriately. Is it, you know, second-guessing themselves on their fight commitments?
They're going in without their global. They're overcommitting after a failed team fight.
And we'll just have to see if they're going to be able to round out those options a bit and hope to stand strong at the end of the day, because it's not going to get any easier here. Ember actually has his Battle Fury now complete in his stash. So his farm is going to get crazy. I mean, he's already second in net worth, but he is not far behind this Gyro. This Gyro is really going to need a lot. Does he have stacks built up for him? There's a couple up here. And he has about 2,500 gold, so where do we go from here? Is Butterfly seem like a necessary here for him? I mean, MKB doesn't seem to be on the docket quite yet for Elements.
Gyrocopter. I guess Butterfly is pretty good. It allows you to flag faster. Yeah, I think that's a good progression for him, honestly. But he could go for the tanky route and get the Satanic first. But I think right now they need to have discipline in the team fights. They need to not go for teammates, go back for teammates that are clearly dead. Like the Spirit Breaker, he got swapped. And then they should have just left him to die, but they decided to commit, and they lose more heroes as a result. And I feel like these sloppy plays might actually cost them. So this is going to be a smoke to try and redeem themselves. But we'll see. Oracle makes things really tricky when you're trying to kill someone. I mean, they spend so much time trying to blow up the Venge. And it does absorb a lot of their firepower. Vengeful Spirit's kind of like a martyr. She doesn't mind dying, per se. And look at the Spirit Breaker, he's just YOLO.
Big commitment in. Can they save him?
Oh,
he got the BKB off, a swap back for himself, puts him in the safety zone. They were able to finish off the Oracle here, but it's just a measly little support at the expense of a global, of BKB, of call down.
No tower.
And no tower, nothing from it. This doesn't even have Ember Spirit involved at all. So
yeah,
a win.
That's not worth it.
A win for Elements on that.
I think things are going really well for Elements. They're playing the controlled game and taking things piece by piece. And this Ember Spirit is going to be a real problem later on. I mean, if you look at them, they only have one true stun, and this Spirit Breaker really needs BKB. We talk about itemization. I feel like BKB should have been prioritized over Vlad's. I mean, Vlad's is good. The armor is nice, but I really feel that 2000 could have been sunk into a BKB. He would nearly have it done by now.
I agree with you. It sucks because I wish I could just like kind of put out my 2 cents on it, but I know these players are much better than I am, because I can't help but wonder, it's like why didn't the Queen of Pain with their early game advantage like rush that much faster for an Orchid to try to keep this Ember in check? I understand the Shadow Blade on Spirit Breaker to help get the element of surprise on jumping someone like the Ember, but I didn't see that really happen at all. Now, before we get into Theorycraft,
wow, enemy.
Breakout right by the Roche pit. He pops his BKB, goes in with a call down, but the whole team just walks out and it's like, no problem. We don't see that. We don't want to be a part of it. Pull back. Enemy Boy's in trouble. This is going to be a big fight for Elements. Now, very good Sonic Wave does come out from Mad Bad here, and it looks like they might be able to take down the Ogre. 2 down all day. Retreat from Oracle. They look back for good game now, and he's going to get cursed up.
Nope. Move.
Yep, he's fine.
Move.
He's got the...
oh, he grieves it. Okay.
Yep, grieves off the trouble.
But no. Cow's here. Snowball in 1 second. He might actually get out of this. Yeah.
Snowball hold.
It'll buy him like a few seconds. I think he's dead anyway. Oh no, never mind. That spell's broken. Okay. Going back for Roshan though. But
this is the buyback.
Anime ball back.
Yeah, this is the buyback for Gyro right now, and they're hoping to get this Roche. Didn't mean so much to him. The rest of Elements up in arms right now. They're going to get off the False Promise right now to save out Tusk. This creates the space though for Arcade to finish off the Roche, the one that Elements had started. So they are feisty about it, committing in, trying to get a hold of the Silencer. Still no global, mind you.
Anime Boy, you need to stop missing the nukes.
They get the Shackle here.
Shadow Blade away. No dust. And Hex is done for the Queen of Pain, so some surprise could be coming. I mean, they haven't seen this just yet, so the big debut of the Hex could be a game-turning fight.
This is the nice thing, is because she had, I guess, that early commit for the Ags, and being able to farm a lot, get those early kills, you don't have to worry about Orchid because you got something that much better. Blink Sheep will now be able to be a good answer here for the Ember Spirit, but you still have to time it nicely together with the global silence from Silencer. He's still a real big key component in these fights, because if you just try to make a quick jump in and sheep up this Ember and Oracle's nearby, he'll just completely cancel it out. So still pressure on Silencer, and why I feel like maybe a refresher is in order for him, because they still need to have this global silence at the ready for a lot of these fights. Oh,
here we go. They finally have detection.
Yep, gem on the Tusk here, and it's going to be quick kill on the Spirit Breaker.
How many deaths has he got? 5 only. I felt like he died more. I guess he's been doing his job then. He's been making a lot of space for a minimal amount of deaths. Silencer's got 30 intelligence racked up now, so he's been in a lot of fights. He bought the Shiva's God. He's about to have it. Oh, Champagne under the Observer Ward. It could catch him out. Never mind.
He got it quick.
The swap could have come, and that would have been disastrous. But here comes the call down. They hex up the bench.
They got it. False Promise is going to be there. They're going to try their best to heal him up. Now they got the heal with the help of the Greaves now. He should be fine and well, but they will lose their Ogre.
Full health.
Illidan brought right back to full from it here, but their team is starting to get caught apart right now. Illidan will try his best to slow him down. Nice purge right there from King R. Illidan, he's going to go for a Valiant TP, but that Coconut's going to be there. Glimmer keeps him okay for now, but they seem to have the detection, and he will be dropped.
Yeah, this Witch Doctor, man. Champagne Squirt, 7-2-11. This guy has been pulling his weight.
The thing, though, is that Elements have been doing this without their Ember Spirit, who's been taking this opportunity to just find farm, which might be just the better trade. I mean, look at him now. He's got 3,400 gold.
Huge.
He's huge. He's going to have his Daedalus here, and high grounding is not going to come easy for Arcade. I would say that even if they take a set of racks, this game is still not over
Ember
at all.
games are always potential rapier games.
You need to get Megas. And even then, you may not be safe if this Ember continues to really accelerate.
And there have been stories. But I would like to see the Doctor get an Aether Lens. It would be super fun. Not the practicalist of all.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like inventing words.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. What are some of your patterns?
One time you know what a loofah is? It's like that in the shower.
The scrubby thing.
Yeah, I totally forgot what it was called, and I called it a schmally. I don't know why. I figured it was like a chamois with something else, and I just made up a word. And now,
that's good.
Yeah. Now it's a schmally to me. Makes no absolute sense, and I sound like a potato for it, but I'm not afraid to admit it. We'll see, though.
I will use that in the future.
Thank you. Arcade now, still in their mind, maybe feeling like, they got this. They feel like the pressure needs to continue to happen here, otherwise this trump card of an Ember Spirit may prove to be their downfall. Now, there is going to be the butterfly now complete on this gyro. We already know that there's no way to handle it yet. No crest, no MKB on the side of Elements here. So this is Gyro's moment. And he's still got 7 seconds.
He still could get nuked down by a... he still could be nuked down really quickly if the Ogre gets a couple of multi-casts and the spam of the Purifying Flames, Fortune's End. If he gets on the end of a bad swap, it could still end really quickly for him. I mean, the last fight, Bench just waited for his BKB to drop and then swapped him over for a quick stun and a smackdown, so we'll have to see. I mean, Butterfly does let you evade 35% of the time, but it still doesn't let you evade spells, and 2,000 health is not a lot to work with when you're getting pounded by multicast. So this Academ Scepter is on the way for screen. He needs about 2,000 gold, and the Aegis just went down, so this is huge.
And already Elements are going to be on the move here. They smoke, head out from the bottom, maybe anticipating that Arcade are going to be floating around this Roche pit, which they are not. But pre-Remnant coming out here from General. They go back on the move, and can't help but feel like this game could be a bit easier for Elements if Illidan just had a bit more going for him. Pretty low on the net worth graph as it stands, but he is happy happy to throw himself out there, get those kills, get that aura out there. If it means
smoke on smoke action,
drawing attention away from the Ember, but they're going to make the jump in for Champagne Squirt. It props out the global here, and they look to step back out, but they can't do anything.
Tusker, you're in for a world of hurt. Here comes the cow.
He's out. Ember able to creep in, gets off a casual slight, but he's got the Remnant, and he'll be put out to safety here.
The cow might see him. Okay, no. Just kidding. But yeah. We talked about the trump card, but how much trumping is he doing?
Well, he's going to be able to slow down this wave a bit, stall out. No one has buyback on Elements right now, so Arcade are going to push and think that if they do have a buyback, they're going to try to force it out. But now Global is down. This Ember doesn't have to worry about quite as much.
Look at it. Pre-charged the... Oh, he pre-charged the silence, but there you go. There's the save here. General's just going to back off there.
Yep.
Mantis out. Needs to heal. Yep. Is he going to get healed away?
Yep, he's good.
Takes the jump away.
Oh!
No, he still died.
Whoa!
Healed and set it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the fortunes
He
and
tried to buy
damage.
more time with the slider fist, but yeah.
It looked like it was good for a bit, but maybe that just touch of damage from the Purifying Flames initially was enough to put it over the edge. That's real unfortunate
No,
there.
it was resisted. It was blocked by that. Now you look at that multi-cast Anime Boy dropping really low, but Lillidan useless as a pig, and we might see a third game here. Might see a third game.
Tier 3 to go down.
Oh, screen.
Oh man, he just gets manhandled right there.
Oh, gets the cow. Okay.
Good snipe. It's enough to force
Oh,
him
the
back.
gyro died.
Yeah, they don't have the gyro, so they're not going to be able to commit it for the Rex. They'll get the Oracle down, but good game. Still stands here. Looks like they will be able to get the Rex in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
3 gold
enough,
for
though.
buyback. You might actually go for it. Ember Spirit, 2 gold to buyback.
Oh,
He buys
yep.
back
He
now.
comes in right away. This could be a
Oh, the
3-man
crit
kill, but
died.
oh.
no. Oh well, it's safe to Rex.
Oh
And,
no,
yeah,
he can't get the catch either.
A case of poor timing. So the general has been out of the fight for too long.
Radiant's
So
bottom tower is under attack.
Daedalus, it's gonna buy them sometime. Saves the Rex. I'm not sure if it's worth it to spend a crucial buyback at this time in the game, but you know, it saves the Rex. So.
Oh, this is real bad though. I mean, Arcade now are gonna push out these lanes a bit, get around this Roche, get the Aegis, and go in for the
Early
finishing
spawn
blow.
as well.
Yeah, they'll have the
Early
Aegis.
spawn.
They'll have a global silence ready. There'll be no buybacks at all, really, for Element, with the exception. Nope, no one. No one will have it actually. So
Who's close? No, not really close. Oh wait, Tuska's pretty close. But
Elements
yeah.
will need to put up a hell of a fight and win enough to keep Arcade back. If they
Matt
won't
crits.
consist. Or Rat, or Split
Remember.
Push or something.
And Matt crits, remember, could work.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
And Screen, trying to get that Aghanims up online, but it doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Would like to see some multicast. I mean, that multicast nearly brought the
Radiant's
Gyrocopter down
top tower
alone.
is under attack.
And I would hope to see, for the sake of Arcade, if they are hoping to make this as easy of a closeout as possible, the Silencer push into the Refresher next. You can already see all the work it's been doing for them, just having the one global. And with the lack of BKBs on the side of Elements, at least for the supports who are trying to save their cores, their precious cores, I mean, they're not going to get the opportunity to at all. But
Rush is out. Do they want to snipe it?
I don't know
No,
if they have the
they wanna
manpower
go
to
for a
snipe
snipe.
it fast. Oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Arcade are already around.
This ain't gonna work. Oh no, they're caught in the trap. Oh no, global as well. The Sonic Wave, double
Oh.
Sonic Wave. No,
Oh
where's the
man,
Refresher?
they hop in, they get a huge Sonic Wave scream out.
Okay, that
They
was
still are
a
fine, trying to get the heal up
bust.
here. King R though,
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like he
double
will be
hack.
targeted. He is down. This is an
Yes,
easy
Roche.
Roche now for Arcade, and what could potentially be a closeout to the game here. 40 seconds to get these supports back. This is all on them to push out the lanes as best as possible and hold the high ground here. But it's not going to be easy. They won't have to worry about the global, but they will have an Aegis.
Yep. You gotta keep tabs on the Ember Spirit. Does he have a Remlin? He does. I'm not sure where it is. It's on the other side of the map, it's on the bottom lane. So, is he gonna get slammed though? Oh, okay, no. He jumps forward. Interesting. He still gets charged! Okay, that's
Yeah.
not how charge
Under
works,
attack.
man. General's gonna get caught. Is there a Blink Hex? It could be a Blink Hex. The Queen is... the Queen does have a pretty long Blink range, but not gonna happen. The Sonic Wave clear off the wave. They get Roshan. And yeah, Elements, they're pulling all the lifelines here just to stay afloat. And this Rex is regened up before, so maybe there's still some hope in this redemption.
Yeah, I would not mind seeing this Ember Spirit snag up something like a Blink Dagger if he needs to play this as safe as possible. Being able to blink in and get a big slide off and rely on your Remnant to get you right back out. And we'll see, though. Otherwise, he feels like it might have to be a rapier kind of a game. for now.
Oh! Wow, that was bold. Is the Oracle Team Purge a 6.86 feature? It is, right?
Yes, using it on allies is a feature of the news patch.
Pretty cool.
Gyro just...
And free Rex.
Yeah, going to work here. He's got an Aegis, and he almost pretty much has a second life on top of that with the Satanic he now has. So this is going to be Smooth sailing here in the mid lane. Just slides to
Oh,
come out
General.
from Ember.
Hex.
Uh-oh, they have the lockdown. They get the save from Oracle here, but he is still in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's taking way too much.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
this
the
is
fireball.
bad. This is bad.
Oh no, he survives.
Survives.
Survives. Bad goes bad.
But everyone
Clear out
else
the ogre.
has been cleared out here from Arcade, and that
Good
is
game.
going to be game.
All right.
Dire's bottom tower
Making things
is under
interesting
attack.
here. Arcade takes out Illidan's team. Looks like Carry Venge not working again. It's fun to watch, but doesn't work again.
I don't want to be knocking on a player like Illidan. He's a very capable core player, but like until we saw some of the other teams playing Core Venge, like all through Summit and stuff, I really got to see the potential of it. But whenever Illidan plays it, it always seems to kind of falter a bit. So, you know, I know it's a comfort hero for him and he gets to play it a lot, but I've yet to see it really be a huge, scary, you know, Core Venge that people have been trembling in their boots about. So we'll see what elements are going to be doing to change things up a bit. If they fall back
What are
again
the
for a different
stakes
strat.
for BTS series?
What do you mean? Like single
Like
elimination?
how much?
How
yeah,
much money?
Like, okay, single elim. Yeah, how much money? Like, is there a second, third place, or is it just winner takes all?
It is not winner take all. It is first through fourth. We'll get a prize
Alright.
share. It's $10,000 up for grabs. First place gets $5,000. Second gets $3,000, and third and fourth both get $1,000. So, but you only
Damn,
get
BTS.
you only get the single elimination. So one
All
loss
the
series,
way?
you're out. Yeah, all the way.
Yeah. All right. So there could be some potential for mismatches, but hey, it's free exposure. It's a great thing. I mean, Arcade Esports, never heard of him, but hey, we got some Anime Boy, we got some Champagne Squirts, and Icing God, Mad Cause Bad. They pulled a great game together, and I'm expecting some better plays in game number 3 from both sides, of course, and maybe some new hero picks.
All right, well, we'll see if they do it. We'll cut to a small break, and when we return, it's going to be Game 3 of Arcade and Elements. This is KotLGuy, that's Lysander. We'll see you real soon.